Hello. Happy Friday. Happy productivity. Hopefully good weather for you. It is currently 61 degrees where I am, so it's sunshiny. Pollen is round. It is a thing, but it is a very nice day. I spent part of the day yesterday. My brother came over to hang out with us for about 3.5, maybe 4 hours. Just kind of hang out and chat. He brought the dogs because they were having a showing for their house, and don't really want dogs hanging around there. Is it? It is. It is wrong, Devin. I'm sorry. I will fix that in a moment. I will block it with my head for the current time being. I will fix it during the first sprint. What was I going to say? Oh yes. So I spent date violation. Yes, I apologize, Devin. I did switch it this morning, but I thought I switched it to the correct date, but apparently not, because I had forgotten to switch it the day before. Either way, so brother came to hang out and brought the puppies, the 3 puppies. They're not puppies anymore, but all dogs are puppies. So we hung out outside because it was nice, which may or may not be why I feel snuffling today. Probably a little bit. I got up early this morning and went, well, earlier than my usual. So it wasn't spectacularly early, but got up, went and got the oil changed in my car. And so that was a nice thing to get sort of like checked off. I also got the windshield wipers replaced because they needed that. My driver's side one was very wonky and left it not very clean. So they were kind enough to also do that for me. I mean, I paid them for the wipers and the labor. So yes, as well as the oil change. So I'm happy to have that done. Means my car is being taken care of and that it will continue to run for me, hopefully, and hopefully run well. So yeah, I took care of a couple of errands this morning. Took care of like calling the health insurance company and paying for all that. All of the fun things, the errand, the get things done before the end of the month stuff. I've also been keeping up with my donation stuff for this week because y'all know that on Monday I started with the 5K 5 things for that day. And then I was explained that I was going to declutter the 5 things every day this week. And so I have kept that up. I'm still working on today's. I've gotten 3 of today's things. So I still have to kind of eyeball 2 more things and make sure they leave the house as well. But every day so far, I have done the 5 or more things. So I'm very pleased with the process of it. If not, like, it's not done yet, but I have at least kept up with my goal of at least 5 things a day. So there is that. I did pull a card today, and so it's the beaver, which I will talk to y'all about that in a minute. Hopefully don't let me forget this. But yes, so Misha says hello, hangs around trying to look productive. I think you look absolutely productive. And Maggie says, good morning, lovelies. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. And Gwenna the Winna, I love your name, will be hopping in later. Thanks for hosting. You're welcome and welcome. Yes, don't forget your hydration. I had to go refill my glasses. I have 2 of these of water, so I'm ready to hydrate. Devin says, howdy. Jenna says, hi, all. And Ayana is here and says, hello. And Jenna is stepping in for a bit before going to record an author interview for your Listening to the Voices in Our Head podcast show. Yes. Laura says, yo ho ho, feeling piratey, are you? Becca says, hi, hello. So here's the question. Have you submitted your pilot script to the contest that you were talking about, or are you going through it one last time? Because I know you have been doing all of the read-throughs. So how's it going? Have you submitted it? Is it off and into the contest now? And this is where Devin caught my oopsies. So yes, I will need to fix that. Laura is exporting another 30-minute timer. When is too many? I don't know, when you stop enjoying making them. I do have your new 30-minute tulip timer pulled up, so we will be using that. And Laura is going to do grocery run this lunch break. Gotcha. Yeah, gotta have the food. Persephone is here and says, hey peeps, hello. Hello. All right. So today's words. Today's card, today's spirit is the beaver. Lay a solid foundation. That is the beaver's message. Let's see if I can get this to... Oh, you were already refocusing. How unusual, camera. Okay, so yes, Devin is reveling in the calendar cup. And you're actually submitting almost everything today. Gotcha, 2 pilots, 1 screenplay. Your last screenplay, you're still waiting for 3 people in their notes. Okay, gotcha. And Morgan is here. Hello. All right, so the beaver, lay a solid foundation. The beaver is here to tell you about a power living within you that is born of the spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish the sacred connection between the universal consciousness so that you can deliberately create the world you desire. Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intention and desires and spread them across the river of time, you will be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with life and joy, and rich with meaning and magic. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. That which you desire will come to you. Sorry, already read that sentence. Keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate, using all of your resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with the beaver, your success is assured. The spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life and the way your heart desires. So, laying good foundation, making sure that you are collecting your inspirations, but also making sure that you are making realistic decisions about where to put said inspirations and how to arrange them. So building the solid foundation. This is a very appropriate thing for, only having a few days before camp, especially if you are creating a new story. Or shiny new ideas or new projects, new things, or even just revamping an old one, making sure that that solid foundation is there so that you can actually build it to the height and depth that you want to. So 'tis a very good card, as Persephone says, for the upcoming camp. Be prepared. Oh, now we're going to have that song stuck in our head. Okay, so tell me if y'all agree. Sometimes the villain songs in Disney movies way better than the hero songs. There's something about a good villain song. I love a good villain song. Anyway, be prepared, Lion King, Scar, and the hyenas. So, yeah. Persephone says, I'm working on your twigs and branches. Yes. Gotta collect those before you know where to put them. Becca says, the beaver. Becca will be so thrilled. Yes. Jenna says, very true to Persephone about this being a good card for camp. Charlie says, that is a great card. And hey, hello. Persephone says, thumbs up. Ayana says, an amazing card and you're starting your outline today. There you go. Appropriate card for you. Scar, I know. He's such a good villain. Good characters. And the sass. The amount of sass that Scar has. Yes. So true, the villain songs have amazing vibes, don't they? They're amazing. I mean, Ursula is fantastic. Poor unfortunate souls. Like, yes. Tina says hello, 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 hello. So, but then again, I do tend to like the villain. There's something about a good villain. They're great. Um, so yes, Jeremy Irons. Whoops, I highlighted everything. Jeremy Irons voices everything. Ursula and Mother Gothel. Yes, I mean they're just so good. When the villain song is epic. And Ginny is here. Hello. Hello, hello. Alrighty. So we will take our beaver energy, building our foundations, which is kind of what I've been doing, is getting down the backstory and the connection that I know of for these two characters that I've been working with. So I'm going to continue with these two characters because, yes, Yzma as well. Yes. Okay. So make sure that we have good villains too. If you have a story with a villain, that also needs to be part of our building of a good foundation for our story. Alrighty. Okay, so we are going to start with a 15-minute warm-up sprint because, one, I need to change the date on the calendar in the back before Devin, the calendar cop, disowns me from the writing community, and also just to get our head in the game. So here we go. Okay, so one, save your document if you have already been working this morning. If not, now's a good time to pull it up. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and take a sip if you do. Becca is going to be entering your first pilot during this sprint, so good luck. 3, make sure you straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, to have a longer stretch, to refill your hydration, to grab a snack, to change your calendar, whatever it is, make sure you do that. All right, so here we go. 15-minute warm-up sprint with one of Laura's gorgeous timers. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right. That was sprint number 1. How'd we do? I got no writing done that time. My brain was not having it. I did get some things in my planner sorted. I stared at the blank page for a few minutes. Yeah, I fixed the calendar at least. But my brain said, no. So turning over some ideas in my head about things, how to fit things together, things like that. All right. JL, you may actually have to switch your profiles because you are still showing up as Exotic Expression Stance Fitness. So if you wanted to show up as your, can't remember exactly what the order of things are, but your coffee and chat, yes, you need to switch your channels. There you go. Okay, brain. Let's scroll back up to where we were. So Jenna's comment made me think in the last few minutes that you could have some really interesting psychological stories with this, because villain turned hero designer. So I know there are a lot of sort of like villain, what do you call them? Not necessarily rebirth, although there are some villain rebirth stories out there. If you read translated web novels, there are plenty of those. What's the word? Redemption. There we go. There are some redemption arc stories, and sort of like things like the new take on Maleficent, things like that. But if you take just the like villain turned hero designer, you have a couple options with this like story kernel idea, in that you could have an actual villain who's like the head of a like hero training academy or something. And I mean, you could have the villain literally creating his or her own rivals because they're bored. I don't know. Or you could have sort of like same sort of like structure of like the villain is training the heroes, but you could have them. This is where it could get really psychological. You could have the villain like not appear to be a villain, but every time the heroes are sent out to like rescue people or like interfere with some sort of like, I don't know, terrorist attack or something, they're actually doing more damage. So like you could essentially have the heroes digging holes for themselves and worsening situations until they become the villains, I guess, for the everyday people. So there's some really psychological things that you could do with this idea of like villain turned hero designer. So yes, Jenna, I'm on board with this Edna mode. Cool Gamer says hello, and I told Devin that I fixed my calendar in the first few minutes of that sprint. Devin said I can stop hyperventilating now, but then Devin wanted to make the rest of us hyperventilate and observed that it is 9 months until Christmas. Why must you make this observation? This is not needed. I do not need to think about Christmas this early. It just happened. I don't need to think about it right now. Misha says, Mom called, so you missed the start. Gotcha. And Devin, that kind of information is not something I need right now. Exactly, Devin. Misha says, on your side, you're just winding down for the night. You want to try and get into bed about 2 hours from now. Yesterday was your program's end conference, and it went well. But now that you're no longer in constant anxiety, fight or flight mode, you woke up this morning feeling like you French kissed a freight train, which is a wonderful way of telling us exactly how you feel, because the image that conjures up is just like, yeah, that's not pleasant. Megan says, hello, I'm here taking a nap. You were taking a nap, but you might relax in bed today. Gotcha. Persephone says, no, Devin said the C word. Scream. Exactly. Way too soon to be talking about C word Christmas nonsense. Oscar says, hello. Better Days says, hello, everyone. And then JL was popping on. You've been writing since this morning, so you took 15 minutes to tidy up and give yourself a break from the computer. Jenny had a bowl of chili, and ooh, nice, and checked emails. Chili is tasty. So Becca says, the first pilot officially entered into 2 contests. Yay! You'll be fine. They'll be great. And Maggie says, back from uploading your new channel trailer. Excellent. Good. Okay, JL was going to sign out with this account and sign back in with a new one. Misha says, on my side, down to 11 things on your to-do list. Gotcha. Talked to your mom and did a voiceover lesson. Nice. Yes, Ayana says, oh my gosh, good luck. I'm sure you've got this, to Becca. Yes. And Misha says, by the way, thanks for the follow to Jenny. And you're welcome. Okay, so this is JL's new channel, Coffee, Create, and Connect. So during the self-promo sprint, we want to make sure that we get to see your new channel and subscribe there. Ayana said, did some research, wrote 135 words, and got food. Yay! And Becca says, thank you to Ayana. You always get so nervous. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like competing. You can't ever really get used to that. So Misha says, sounds good. Yes. Villainous hero design is an interesting concept, isn't it? It's fascinating. I love turning villain hero things on their head. They're fantastic. Alley Cat is here. Hello. Jenny says, welcome back to JL's new channel, Coffee, Create, and Connect. Alley Cat will be working on homework and might even listen to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Nice. That is essentially the plot of Star Wars prequels and the Clone Wars. It's a powerful storyline. Yes, it is, and I hadn't realized until you said so. But yes. And thank you to Misha for the follow back. Yes. And Ayana says, a villain would know best what hero needs to win the battle against the final villain. Yes, it would. Devin subscribed to JL's new channel. Maggie says, oh gosh, you and Devin. Maggie says, yay Christmas, 40 Fridays until Christmas. You heard C word and your brain went to coffee rather than Christmas. Yes, because it's March. Misha says, all good. Jenny said, I wanted to follow before, but it was a bit crazy on your end. Maggie is asking for a bowl of chili, please. Misha wants to know what JL's link is going to be. So during the nope, Devin already got it for us. Thank you. JL says, thank you, Jenny. Hope you're having a great day. Tried to search but couldn't find it. Jenny says, come on over, Maggie. You're more than welcome. I am very productive. Yes. So here's JL's new channel. So make sure that we hit this and subscribe. Yes, Waddle Time started early. Thank you, Misha. Anyone else see Brandon Sanderson's thing this morning? I have not. They paid up almost 300 publishing projects. Wow. Yeah. Jenna says, prepping for a live stream later today. Tattooed author tag is going to go live at 4 p.m. Eastern. Ooh, yes, because I've been waiting for this. I don't have anything to contribute, but I am more than willing to go stare and enjoy everybody else's art. So, Coffee Create Connect. JL says, thanks for the link. Yes. Waddle Time started early. Maggie says nom nom. I bet it was much better than your sad bowl of life cereal. Okay, so I went to Trader Joe's, which is like I think the third or fourth time I've been in a Trader Joe's ever. And I went specifically to see if they had one of their seasonal like almond milks as a flavored almond drink. They don't actually label it as an almond milk. They call it an almond drink. But anyway, it's blueberry lavender flavored almond drink. And it was not in the refrigerated section. It was in the like longer stable shelf life thing. Anyway, I had seen it in a couple places on the internet, and I was like, I wonder what this tastes like. And somebody recommended putting it in with matcha for like a matcha latte, and I do like a good matcha latte. So I decided I was going to go hunt and see if our Trader Joe's actually had one, and they did. So, but when I was checking out, the cashier had apparently tried it before and was like, I like this, but I can't get it out of my head that it tastes like the bottom of a bowl of Fruit Loops. And I'm like, okay, noted. And so then when I got home, I tried a little bit of it. And I did do the matcha latte this morning. And I was like, they're not wrong. It does indeed taste kind of like the bottom of a bowl of Fruit Loops. But it also smells very highly of that like blueberry scent that they put into like blueberry muffins and things. It's not real blueberry. It's just like artificial blueberry scent. It smells very much like that. I don't know what lavender, like there's no lavender that comes through it. It's just like straight up blueberry. But yeah, so that was my bowl of cereal connection. So Maggie is laughing at Divine Devon. Becca says to Maggie, such a cool thing. Is this in regards to the bowl of life cereal or the 40 Fridays? B.A. Pascal, hello. Hey, y'all. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And Devin says, Team Waddle loves Christmas. Apparently y'all do. Kate L says, hello. Work meeting ended early, so sneaking away for some writing. Excellent. Good. Tina says to Devin, thanks for adding me to the write-in list, and you subscribed to JL's new channel, Coffee Crate Connect. Yay. Just even made lunch and served it. 300, wait, did I miss a comment? Oh, the 300 publishing projects. Yes. Sorry, y'all, my attention span is like, Jenna says to Maggie, I wish I had that kind of traction and luck sent my way. For real. Lol and thanks. You're welcome. Tina will be streaming later today. Excellent. That has been added to the list. Maggie says, singing to the tune of Sisters, Christmas. The Waddles are always in love with Christmas. Yes. Today is the Feast of the Annunciation for Our Lady's Day, so celebrate the newness of spring now and let everything else wait. Sounds good. Maggie says to Jenna, I need to get my tattoo redone. It's 34 years old. Maggie says to Charlie, join us throwing garlands on the evergreens for spring. Christmas in March. I suppose Christmas can be done at any point. It was very delicious. It was very delicious. It just, like, after the cashier said it, I was like, it kind of does. But I'm not mad at it. Because, I mean, I cannot deny that I would always drink the bottom of the Fruit Loop bowl. So Maggie says, I think I will make a Christmas meal for dinner tonight. Well, there you go. Jenny made lemon and ginseng ice green tea last night as an experiment, and it turned out really good. It does sound very delicious. I like all those things. Charlie says, consider the garlands strewn. You understand that statement too. Yes. The Brandon Sanderson sporting all those Kickstarter publishers. Yes. I will have to go look it up and see what exactly got supported. Misha says that sounds tasty. Yes, it is. What would a Christmas meal be? All the things plus stuffing. Gotta have stuffing or dressing, whichever you want to call it. Misha says I have to say I miss my herbal tea. The next time I travel, I shall pack them. Jenna asks, Devin, did you add Soul Squad Saturday and Sunday to the playlists? Devin said yes. Laura says, I have returned with groceries and about 50 cents under budget. Nice. You can save that 50 cents for the next time. All right, let's go to the second sprint, and we'll do a whole 30-minute sprint rather than 25. That way we can get some more, like, hopefully into the story this time, because I did not last time. Anyway, self-promo, second sprint is the promote yourself and follow your fellow writers sprint. So, waddle time, but also don't forget to practice your own self-promotion. So if you have a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, an Amazon author page, an Etsy shop, a social media or multiple social media accounts, that 30 minutes of waddling, if you feel like it. Any of those that are writing or writing adjacent, please make sure that you share those with us, and make sure that if you do not have the blue wrench of power, you can either ask one of our moderators to share your links, or you can spell out the .and .com, and that's a workaround. So there you go. That's your self-promo reminders. Also, don't forget to hit the save button on your document. So save is number 1. Number 2 is take a sip of whatever it is you're supposed to be hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break, whether that's to refill your hydration, get a longer stretch in, grab a snack, whatever it is. Make sure you're taking care of yourself as you are writing. So here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, that was sprint number 2, a full 30-minute sprint, a little bit longer than we normally do. How was it? Did you enjoy it? Do we want to go back to the 25s? How are you feeling? I have still been struggling. Got about a page handwritten in this notebook, about a page written in a smaller notebook. So maybe a page and a half. Like, it's feeling much more like a struggle bus today than it has been, which is why I'm working on the paper rather than in the computer, because my brain is not wanting to cooperate, which is frustrating because I had such a good start to the week. Last Sunday I got like 3,500, then Monday I got 33. No. Which day was it that I got the 5,000? That was five. That was, yes, it was. I got 33 in the stream, but I got 5K on Monday. And then Tuesday I got like another 2,000, and then Wednesday on the stream I was down to like 1,600. So like it feels like I keep stair stepping down. I'm like, that's not the way I want to go. So like I had such a great beginning to the week, and maybe that was like I was getting like the majority of these characters written down, and so now I'm sort of like left with trying to tie in the pieces. I don't know. So anyway, I've been working on the timeline of events and things. So I'm still grateful that I'm like getting the words that I do have. But so I've gotten maybe, let's see, one of these is usually about 400, 500, like maybe somewhere around 600 to 700 words that sprint. So not terrible, just not as much as I wanted. But anyway, okay, let me scroll up, and that was the self-promo sprint. So don't forget to promote yourself if one of our lovely moderators has not done it for you. And I have to scroll a ways up. So that means I'm going to be kind of trying to run through these kind of quick. That way we can get back to sprinting, do another sprinty sprint. Okay. Devin says, here's my things. The Linktree account for Dev75. And here is specifically the YouTube playlist for all of the writing sprints. And Misha says, here's my channel. At the moment, you're mostly streaming your long AF productivity marathons, but you're busy prepping to post content again. Maggie says, check out my new intro on my channel. And here it is. There's the channel link. And B.A. Pascar says, here's the website for my new project. Excellent. At bapascar.com. You have the / and the acronym for the new project. Stacy is here. Hello. Good afternoon. Maggie wants to know who needed a link shared. B.A. Pascar said, video link for the promo, video for your new project. That's scheduled, I checked, on March 27th, which is going to be Sunday. And I think it was at 4 p.m. Was it at 4 p.m.? I think. But you'll have to check, to double check. Make sure I know what I'm talking about. Ayana said, I need names and I have none, and you are currently suffering. So I saw that a couple of us gave you some random name generators, so hopefully those helped. Megan says, I'm offering critiquing services for sales writing. Check it out. Here's the Fiverr link. Charlie says, join me on Twitch at 5 p.m. Eastern to hang out, relax, get the weekend started, and chat. Yes, and maybe a bit of Valheim or some other game. And so, yes, this was the link to the random name generator that I found. And here is Jenna's channel. Thanks to Devin. And B.A. Pascar suggested the fantasy name generator as well. Megan says, my good friend whose stage name is Technical Boy put out new music. Have a listen if you care to. And there it is. There's the link. Ayana said, thank you. We really needed the name generators. Hopefully they helped. Here's Eva's website, bookandlane.com. Jenna said, thanks for the link share. B.A. Pascar says, I also recommend 100,000 Plus Baby Names by Bruce Lansky. I had this book at one point. And then for foolishness, I got rid of it. Because I thought I wouldn't need it again. And boy, was I wrong. Maggie says, Stacy. Here's the link for Stacy's channel. Jenny said, I would like a share, please. And so Devin was very quick and said, here's Jenny's link tree. And Alicia is here. Hello. It's been a minute. It has, but welcome back. Yeah, this is there. Jenny said, never mind. Thanks. Here's Jenna's YouTube as well. Devin says, welcome back, Alicia. And here's Ayana's channel as well. And Maggie says, the tugboat will beat you to it. Yes. This was where I said, if Alicia has any self-promos, let me know. And so Maggie was quick on the draw there too as well. And so here is Alicia's YouTube. Here is Alley Cat's YouTube. Here's Kate's. And Maggie said, did we miss anybody? Alicia said, thank you very much. Devin said, I have more waddling experience. Kate says, thank you. Laura says, here's the new 30-minute timer. Let's see if I can scroll up and get that one for next. Ooh, nice. Nice and bright. All right. And so Laura also says, my Camp Nano project announcement video. Yay! It has the synopsis of the story in it. So here it is. Devin says, another beautiful timer by a beautiful person. Laura says, thank you, kind soul. Time to clear off your kitchen table. Productivity. It is kind of productive, yes. I would also agree that, you need a working and eating surface. So that's always good. Ayana says, beautiful timer, Laura. What flower is it? Laura says, I think it's peony. Nice. Judy says, I hate when you reread something and it's a devastating part of the chapter that hits hard. Ugh. But if I feel that, then hopefully so will the reader. At least that's what I keep telling myself. And Persephone has some reassurance. Robert Frost said, no tears in the writer, no tears in the reader. Sounds like you got it right. Jenny says, I hope so. It's going to be a rough chapter to edit when it comes to it, emotionally at least. Hopefully diving into the grammar will allow you to have more of a focus. I don't know if hoping for more like emotional distance is a good thing or not, but yes, you can do it, as Persephone says. Ayana wants to know if Jenny is editing, refining a scene, or just on a different draft. I think this is the read through after the drafting, if I'm remembering correctly. JL says, that was a great sprint. Went by so fast. Thanks for hosting. And you're good with either a 25 or a 30 for next. Alrighty. Alley Cat says, you've been slowly doing more of your homework and been watching and listening to a gaming live stream. Excellent. Good, good. Laura says, cleared the table, took out the trash. The bag was so full, it barely fit down the chute. That's what happens when we keep stuffing things in our trash can. Ayana says, I think it was good. You wouldn't mind a longer or shorter sprint. Okay. Misha says, I'm down to 8 things. Excellent. You did some admin tasks. You drank your 12th cup of water for the day. Don't forget to hydrate, y'all. And you're doing an animation lesson now. Becca says, rereading the thriller screenplay one more time and then entering it. You're about 1/3 of the way through. Gotcha. Stacy says, well, I had computer issues, so it was plenty of time to get that fixed and back and running. Yay. Ayana wrote almost 200 words and picked 3 names. Yay for the names. I feel you on the names because that is always one of the most hardest and frustrating things to do. Jenny says, I'm separating chapters on a first draft that you wrote a couple of years ago. So revising the whole story, but wanting to keep this chapter since it's so good. I want to publish this book. And thank you to Persephone. And Alicia edited 303 words. Nice. Oh my. We still have quite a bit of chat. So I'm going to continue with the faster pace. So Kate says 123 words on chapter 43. You so love when you're putting a chapter in final edits and realize, oops, it's all wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Well, at least you caught it. Ayana says, Ginny, I believe you got this. The story will come together soon. Maggie says, I was on such a good flow early this morning, but now you're on outline and you're running into all the distraction. Yes. Yes, yes. Laura is nibbling on some white Lindt chocolate. Nice. Maya says, I'm doing work with this in the background, but you all are crushing it. Thank you. We appreciate it. Jenna says, thank you to Ayana. I'm sure it will. Alicia says, the question is coffee or tea. Okay, so here's the thing. Coffee will give you more of a like bang in your face caffeine. Tea has more of a buffered long-term but lower level. So do you want to sort of like feel a little bit of that tired, but like be able to go for longer, or like bam, wake you up? I would vote coffee generally. Yeah, I'd still probably vote for coffee. JL says, definitely time to get up and move. Maggie says, 6,801 words since 9 a.m. It is now noon. That's very slow for you. But it's a fantastic amount of words. So congrats on that. Maya says, oh, did I miss the link shares? You have a story and charity anthology, which came out today. Ooh, exciting. All proceeds go to Ukraine. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so Maggie says there's an extra 0 in there. 681. Gotcha. Okay, so it's at 1:50 p.m. Okay, so I got the time wrong. Yes, your promo video is at 1:50 p.m. Sunday. Gotcha. And here is Maya's books on Amazon, so we can go check out the charity anthology as well. And the anthology is specifically called Stand for Ukraine. It features more than 60 authors and has something for everyone. That is a honkin' big anthology. Nat says, hey, all, getting here late, but better than never. Yes. Welcome. Nat says, I'm not even sure what I'm working on today. You need coffee. Then you either get to do aliens or ghosts. Not sure which one yet. Nat has a suggestion of drinking coffee with Red Bull. But if it doesn't wake you up, then it's just hopeless. But Alicia says, I think it's at least coffee time. Yes. All right. So let's do another sprint. It is 2:29. So I think I will roll the 30 down to a 25, just to give us a little time to chat at the end to say how much progress we made and say goodbyes. But we are going to be using Laura's new timer. If I can get it adjusted to the correct time. Here we go. All right, so this is Laura's new 30-minute timer, which we have rolled down to 25. So we have a Pomodoro length. All right, number 1, save your document if you have been working in it, unlike me, since I've been working on paper. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're supposed to be hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break to stretch for longer, get yourself a walk around, rehydrate, or get a snack, you do that. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that was the end of sprint number 3. A good 25-minute sprint. I got another page and a half-ish written. So I feel good, decent about the handwriting. Again, sort of like trying to pull things into the right timeline, into the right order, etc., etc. So yeah. All right, let me scroll. Ayana was sort of like seeking some advice for how to pick a date for when things are happening. You need to base everything off of the first date and then sort of like feeling overwhelmed about it. Laura wanted to know, is this a date and story? Make sure it's the season you want to write about. And if it overlaps a holiday, keep that in mind. So yes, like Ayana is seeking the date that things will set off the whole plot. You need it to be kind of at the beginning of the year, around 6 to 8 months in which the main action will happen. Okay. So I was suggesting that you think about how the important holidays, like seasonal holidays, like Christmas, New Year's, things like that, and how soon or after you want them to happen. So you mentioned that you wanted it to be at the beginning of the year. So if you want it to take place after New Year's, but shortly after, you would want to do that like in the first couple weeks. So you would think like prior to January 15th-ish. Or if you wanted it to take place closer to like the Chinese Lunar New Year, you would have to adjust more towards that like February-ish date. And so you would want to sort of like consider those kind of things. And then Becca had a distraction for real. Heard the crunching of metal outside, followed by thump, 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 and this poor man's car get hit at just the right angle to make his car completely flip on its head. He's okay, thank goodness. Yeah. So Devin says, I flipped a vehicle once. Do not recommend. So many people ran out to help. It made you feel better about humanity. But yeah, he's walking around and needs to get looked at, of course, but he seems pretty much unscathed. His car, on the other hand. Jenny says, I had a 1979 Bonneville that you rolled in a cornfield once. Not a single dent on the car, but you were bruised up quite a bit. Devin says, fortunate guy, that could have ended much, much differently. Yes, indeed. And if you could see his car right now, it really is a miracle. Yeah. Cars are interesting. And when Becca was describing the crunch, thump, 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 like there's something about the sound of metal, plastic, and glass, because that's pretty much all cars are made out of now, like fiberglass plastic, but still. They're made to fold so that the cage that is around the driver and passenger seat like stay. So like the rest of the car is supposed to take the impact. But that crunch as car versus car hits or car hits pavement, that crunch is like an instinctively just like you just want to tense. It's because it's not a good sound. Yeah. Laura wants Ayana to think about what is the inciting incident. What would it be more dramatic if it happened New Year's Eve with everyone gathered to witness it versus like just after the fact? Laura says a romantic breakup would suck if the last kiss was the first kiss of the new year. This is very true. Devin says my incident was during a driving lesson. It was your first and last solo drive. Megan says to Laura, and you were worried about being good at writing romance. Indeed. Misha says you're down to 5 things now. Yay! You listen to ghost stories while prepping for bed. Well, Whatever works for you. Alicia says 238 words edited. You got distracted making plans for tonight. Hopefully the plans are fun and they work out. Kate says 100 words or so. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Maggie says, considering whether or not to submit a grocery order or just go get the stuff and bargain hunt for cheaper prices. Nah, that is up to you. Stacy says, well, my headache is keeping me from being very productive, but you're getting things done, so you feel good about what you have gotten done. Gotcha. Sorry to hear that you have a headache, though. Anna says, thanks, guys, for the advice. I've decided the first date will be around February, so the finale will happen as close to New Year's as possible. Gotcha. Maggie suggests Valentine kiss would be about a 9 to 10 month ending time of Thanksgiving. Stacy says, I will admit that I thought Becca was sharing a vivid sentence that she wrote. Yes. Oh, it's such a wade with words, right? Maggie says to Becca, yikes, and I thought my sprint was exciting because the dog worked up a ball of grass on the couch. Oh, no. Diana says, would an outline of 2 to 3 pages be too short? You do whatever kind of outline works for you. If you have enough information in that outline to help you and to guide you when you have those moments that kind of stall you, 2 to 3 pages, if that works for you, go for it. If you need a little bit more detail, if you want to be able to refer back to that, you can do that. You can think about, if you want, you can investigate the snowflake method, where you sort of like take one part and expand it a piece at a time. So you go from one sentence, sort of like, what is the story about? Then you go one paragraph. So what are your sort of like turning points? And then you turn each one of those turning points into a paragraph of their own. So you continually expand your outline. Essentially, you just eventually like kind of write your zero draft in the mini rounds of the outline, but whatever works for you, because everybody's writing style is different. Puppy puke, yes. Bia Pascar says, I read through Natalia Lee's Preptober workbook and pulled out all the pages that has been most helpful to you in the past. I'm guessing this is in prep for April camp. Nat says, I only got about 100 words. You need coffee. And Coffee Create Connect. JL says, another good sprint, although it was a nightmare at first, taking everything out of your writing room and very consciously bringing things back in it has been so helpful. You love the new environment. Ooh, nice. That's a good way to do it. And Maggie says, here's the coffee for Nat. Yes. All right, y'all. Megan says, I ate a bowl of popcorn that sprint. You unintentionally shared some with the dogs. Yes, the dogs do tend to get their share, whether you intend to or not. All right, so that is going to be it for me. Don't forget to save your documents. I will be back on Sunday for a 2 to 5 session. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, so that's when you will see me next. I will go ahead and try and remember to start working on thumbnails and scheduling for next week. And hopefully Sunday's session will be as good, if not better, than last week's. So have a fantastic day. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to check out the 4 p.m. tattooed author tag and the, yes, intercontinental yawn. Exactly. And Devin's playlist for more sprints. And also the Friday evening Twitch stream over on Charlie's channel. All right, so yeah, don't forget to save and have a fun time. Bye.